Hey, what's up, narrators? This is Mo. Uh, I'm here with a handful of clips to tell a story about the Chicago Bulls' victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers Wednesday night, December 17th. They matched up, and Bulls win 127 to 111. Also, shout out to Across the Cavs. Definitely will plug the post game that I did on Across the Cavs. Check that out. There were a few thoughts that I had about this game. After the post game, and then actually rewatching some of these clips, just thinking through what was interesting about that game. What was interesting, honestly, is the Cavs were effective at attacking the Bulls' defense early in that first quarter. Why were they effective at attacking the Bulls' defense? It's not a controversial statement to say that one of the biggest defensive liabilities in the Chicago Bulls defense, not just this season, but for the last 4 or 5 seasons, is Nikola Vucevic, unfortunately. Nikola Vucevic started this game for reasons that none of us know if we're not in the locker room, but he's starting the game on the perimeter. He's getting into ball screens. Uh, Never really a good result defensively if you're getting Vooch out to the 3-point line, if you get him to the level of the screen, or in the next clip's case, you actually have Vooch on ball, which is problematic on two fronts, right? Again, you really don't want to see Vucevic on ball. You definitely don't want to see him cross match with a smaller defensive assignment on him. And even more problematic when you look at this clip, Vooch is, to be fair to Vooch, his most consistent defensive contribution is his defensive rebounding. So in this possession here, Vooch is getting really taken out of any kind of meaningful defensive rebounding position here, which allows Dean Wade to clear offensive rebound and gives the Cavs a second chance opportunity to score here. What the Bulls move to that was effective in this game, they started playing this. They started giving the Cavs this zone look, and it was helpful for sure in starting to slow down the attack of this Cleveland Cavaliers offense. What I liked about it, especially in this particular clip, the zone puts Zach Collins at the nail, and it's helpful having him there, my opinion, because that's going to take away now a driving lane opportunity, a straight line drive, take that away. Also, shout out to Trey Jones for really, in my opinion, blowing up a potential ball screen that would have happened had he not been there, which also would have been another way the Cavs could have created a driving lane for themselves. Cavs don't have a driving lane here. So Garland, he's passing the ball to DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter thinks he has a baseline, cut that he can hit, which, to be fair, he gets it. Thomas Bryant wasn't in a good position to get that ball, and that becomes a turnover for the Bulls. But you see where the effectiveness in terms of just defense, having this zone look, having Zach Collins, who's more mobile, in my opinion, than Nikola Vucevic, being able to rotate over to the cut, just shut that off, and Bulls get a stop out of that. In the next clip here, just to put it into perspective, Vooch, he gets into the zone, but Vooch is not Zach Collins, unfortunately. Vooch does not have the same mobility as Zach Collins. And I would bet if I could have been a fly on the wall of the game planning the Cavs had for the Bulls, I would bet large sums of money. I'm convinced that the Cavs know to attack Vooch when he's on the floor. Look at what happens, right, with Craig Porter Jr. He senses two Bulls defenders coming at him. He sees a bright red paint that he can go and attack there. He does just that, gets there, and is able to find a cutting, who is that? 24. We're going to just shout 24. He finds the outlet with Vooch there, unfortunately. So the zone by itself is not the cure-all for the Bulls. It's really having Zach Collins, frankly, in that zone look is what helped them tremendously get this win. Now, looking forward to the Bulls playing the Cavs again Friday night. If the Cavs want to get their vengeance on the Bulls, I would really advocate that they find ways to get the ball into Jalen Tyson's hand early and often in that Friday night game. Because what I see in his game is actually something that I don't know if the Bulls match up well against. And it's just his off ball senses in a half court set. Great possession where Tyson's flashing to the middle, gets a floater. Next clip here. Tyson, baseline, taking Josh Giddey baseline, layup. This clip here, Jalen Tyson sets an off-ball screen, and he's just making his way, unobstructed to the rim. And the last clip here that I'll close on. Look at Jalen Tyson coming off a screen. Makes that nice pocket pass to Jarrett Allen. There was a lot that impressed me about Jalen Tyson. And if I'm a Cavs fan, if I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, also really make sure that he's a focal point of this game Friday night against the Bulls if you want that win. I'm Mo. Please subscribe to Narratives Per Possession on YouTube, where we connect you to better basketball narratives.